In every corner of the world, millions of people carry dreams in their hearts. Dreams of freedom, success, and a better life. But most of these dreams die before they even begin. Why? Because people wait for the perfect moment, the perfect amount of money, or the perfect opportunity. But what if I told you that the perfect moment is now, and you don't need much to start? Listen to this real story carefully, because it might change your thinking forever. In a busy city, there lived a young man named James. He was 28 years old and worked at a small factory where he earned just enough to survive. Every month, after paying rent and buying food, he had almost nothing left. His friends often told him, "James, you work so hard, but you're still poor. When will your life change?" James had no answer. Deep inside, he also wondered the same thing. One day, while returning from work, James saw an old man sitting on the roadside selling fresh juice. The man looked poor, but his small juice cart was always surrounded by customers. James stopped and bought a glass. The juice was delicious, fresh, and different from what big shops sold. While drinking, James asked, "Uncle, how long have you been doing this?" The old man smiled and said, "Almost 15 years, son. This small cart feeds my whole family." That night, James kept thinking about the old man. If someone with just a small cart could survive and even smile, then why was he so afraid to try? But then fear hit him. I have no money to start a business. I don't know anything about business. What if I fail? These thoughts kept spinning in his mind. But somewhere deep inside, a small voice whispered, "At least try." The next morning, James made a decision. He would start something, no matter how small. But what could he do? He had only $200 saved, which was nothing for a big business. He walked around his neighborhood and observed carefully. He noticed that every morning people rushed to work without eating proper breakfast. Street vendors sold cheap food, but it wasn't healthy. Shops sold good food, but it was too expensive. There was a gap in the market. James thought deeply. What could he make that was healthy, affordable, and quick? Then he remembered his mother's recipe for energy bars made from oats, honey, nuts, and dried fruits. They were tasty, healthy, and could be made easily at home. He decided this would be his product. With his $200, James bought basic ingredients and simple packaging materials. He started making energy bars in his small kitchen every night after work. The first batch was only 50 bars. He didn't quit his job because he needed the salary to survive. Early morning, before going to the factory, he went to nearby offices and small shops offering free samples. Most people ignored him. Some didn't even look at him. But James didn't stop. After 2 weeks of rejection, finally, a small coffee shop owner tasted his bar and said, "This is actually good. Leave 20 bars with me. If they sell, I'll order more." James felt a spark of hope. Within 3 days, all 20 bars were sold. The coffee shop called him back and ordered 50 more. Slowly, word spread. One shop became 5 shops. 5 became 15. But James faced many problems. Sometimes ingredients ran out. Sometimes packaging tore. Once, a whole batch got spoiled because he made a mistake in the recipe. He lost money, but he didn't give up. Each failure taught him something valuable. He learned to manage inventory, to negotiate prices with suppliers, and to maintain quality consistently. After 6 months, James was making enough profit to match his factory salary. He faced a big decision. Should he quit his job and focus completely on his business? It was risky, but he took the leap. He left the factory and rented a small production space. He hired 2 helpers and bought better equipment. His production increased, and so did his sales. 1 year later, James was supplying his energy bars to over 100 locations across the city. His small kitchen business had grown into a proper company. But success didn't make him arrogant. He remembered his struggle. He started training young people from poor backgrounds, teaching them his business model so they could also start their own small ventures. Today, 3 years after starting with just $200, James owns a successful food business. He employs 15 people and earns more than he ever imagined. But the most important thing he gained was not money. It was confidence, knowledge, and the proof that anyone can change their life if they truly decide to act. From James's story, we learn several powerful lessons. First, You don't need a lot of money to start. You need an idea that solves a real problem. Second, rejection and failure are not your enemies. They are your teachers. Third, success doesn't come overnight. It comes from consistent effort, even when no one believes in you. And finally, the biggest risk in life is not taking any risk at all. So if you have a dream sitting inside your heart, don't let fear kill it. Start small. Start today. Start with whatever you have. Because the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is not talent or money. It's simply that successful people started when others were still making excuses. If this story inspired you, remember it and share it with someone who needs to hear it. To everyone dreaming of a better life, your journey begins the moment you take the first step. Best wishes to all of you.